Hi, my name is Anong. I'm 19 years old and I live here in a small village in rural Laos. Today, I want to tell you a real day in my life, not a perfect one, just my normal day. I wake up, work in the field, cook over a fire, and most days, I earn around 35,000 kip. That's about $1.60. This is how I make it work. Thank you for watching me. I usually wake up early. It's still dark outside and there's no electricity in the morning, so I do everything by hand. First, I go to the well to get water. It's not far, maybe 5 minutes, but I have to carry it back myself, one bucket for cooking, one for washing. Then I start the fire. No gas stove here, just wood I collect nearby. It takes a few minutes to catch, especially if the wood is a little wet from the night. While the fire is going, I feed the chickens. We don't have many, just enough for eggs, and sometimes we sell one or two. It's tiring, honestly. Some mornings my arms are sore before the day even starts, but it's just part of the day. I don't think about it much anymore. This is just how mornings are. Let me tell you how I make money and how I spend it. Most of what I earn comes from farm work, planting, harvesting, sometimes helping other families in the village with their fields when they need extra hands. On a good day, I make about 35,000 kip. On a slower day, maybe less. Here's where it goes. About 15,000 kip goes to food, rice, a little fish or vegetables when I can get them. 10,000 I try to save. Some weeks I can't save anything at all, but I try. And the rest usually goes to my family. My mother needs medicine sometimes, or we need something for the house. It's not much. Some months are harder than others, especially during the rainy season when there's less work in the fields. But it's enough to get by. That's really all I can ask for right now. Where am I spend most of my day? It is in the field. Right now, we're planting the rice, depending on the season. It's hard work, especially under the sun like this. My back hurts by the afternoon, and my hands get rough from the work. But I've done this since I was young. My mother taught me when I was maybe 10 years old. Some days I work alone, other days my neighbors come to help, and we help them back when it's their turn. We talk while we work about the harvest, about our families, sometimes just nonsense to pass the time. It makes the hours go faster. I won't lie, I get tired. But there's something about this land. It's ours. Whatever we grow here, it feeds us. That matters to me. While I work, I think a lot, sometimes about nothing, sometimes about before. 3 years ago, things were different for my family. My father used to work at a logging site outside the village. It wasn't much money, but it was steady. And with what he earned and what we grew here, we managed okay. Not rich, but okay. Then he got hurt. A tree came down wrong and his leg was crushed. He was in the hospital in town for almost 2 months. We didn't have savings for something like that. Nobody around here really does. My mother sold two of our pigs and borrowed money from my aunt just to pay for the first week. I was 16. I remember my mother crying at night when she thought we were asleep, trying to figure out how we'd pay everything back. My older brother left school to find work in the city, sending back whatever he could. I stayed and took over most of the field work my father used to do, even though I barely knew how at first. I ruined half the rice crop that first season planted too close together, didn't understand the water timing. My mother never yelled at me for it. She just showed me again patiently. The next morning, for almost a year, we were behind on everything. We owed my aunt, we owed the rice mill, and my father couldn't walk without help. There were nights we only had rice and salt for dinner, nothing else. I remember being embarrassed, honestly hiding it from other kids in the village, pretending things were fine. But slowly it got better. My father's leg healed slower than the doctors expected, but it healed. He couldn't go back to logging too dangerous now, so instead he started raising ducks, something he could do from home while he recovered. It was small at first, maybe 10 ducks. Now we have almost 60, and we sell eggs and ducklings at the market every week. It's become one of our steadiest sources of income, actually more reliable than the logging work ever was. My brother came back from the city 2 years ago. He didn't make as much money there as he'd hoped, and he missed home. Now he helps with the fields and the ducks too, and between the three of us plus my mother, we finally paid off what we owed my aunt last year. All of it. I still remember the day my mother finally smiled again, really smiled, not just the tired kind. It was when we brought the last payment to my aunt's house. My aunt just laughed and said, "You didn't have to rush," but my mother wanted it done. She said she couldn't breathe properly until it was. My father still limps a little when it rains, but he walks, he works, he laughs a lot more now than he did back then. I think about that year a lot out here in the field. It was hard, harder than anything I've done since. But it also taught me that things can fall apart and still come back together if everyone just keeps showing up for each other day after day. That's the part people don't always see in a life like this. It's not just hardship, it's also we made it through together. Anyway, that's part of why this field matters so much to me. It's not just where I work, it's where we rebuild everything. For dinner, I usually cook what I can grow or afford rice, some vegetables from the garden, and if we're lucky, a little fish from the river. Nothing fancy, but it's home cooked and it's ours. I clean the vegetables first, get the fire going again, and cook everything slowly. There's no rushing with a wood fire, you just have to wait. Honestly, I like cooking. Out of everything I do in a day, this is one part I actually enjoy. Maybe because it's the one time I get to sit still for a while and just focus on one thing. In the evening, things slow down. The electricity usually comes on around this time, but some nights it doesn't, so we use a lamp or a flashlight instead. It doesn't really bother me anymore. We sit together, my family, sometimes the neighbors, and just talk. The kids run around and play. Sometimes we don't even talk much. We just sit and listen to the sounds of the village insects, the wind, someone's radio playing far away. It's simple, but these moments right here are what I actually look forward to all day. This is my life. Not easy, but it's mine. If you want to see more of my day to day, I'll be sharing more soon. Thank you for watching.
Bút non tay ta ba ka ka ta nan. Te